Okay, we're recording. All right, so I'm here with tattoo artist Melise.
Melise.
I've known that the whole time. It's not Melissa. It's not Shannon. It's not the list of other names I've called you. So thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
And you do really cool like lion, tiger, whatever that was. But I'm gonna put a picture of it like in the video itself so you guys know what I'm talking about. Holy crap, that was amazing.
Thank you. It was a lion.
It was a lion.
Yeah.
When you draw those things, like do you, like how do you, because like you can't just Google that.
Right. I actually use a reference from a real lion for that, and I just like use basically the shapes that are already there, and I just stylize them and add the colors, and you kind of get like a pattern to it.
Do you add the colors like before you like put on a stencil?
Like plan them out?
Yeah.
No, actually.
Oh, you just do it as you roll up?
Pretty much.
Man,
I'll do like, I have the line work and I put the stencil on, it's just the lines, and then usually I'll ask the person what colors they want, because a lot of times like people like have certain colors they want, and then I just go with it and figure it out as we go.
Does that make you nervous though? Like what if like you like, cause like they can't, cause if it's like on the back of someone's like cap, they can't see it as it's happening. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make me nervous, but it makes them nervous.
Cause like what if they look, have you ever had that happen? Like if they look at it and they're like, that's not what I wanted?
You know what, it has happened. Like not like it happens every day, but like once a week. No, I'm just kidding. It happened like a couple times where it's memorable enough that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you think of one off the top of your head? Okay, so part of the reason that she's here is because I really want a tattoo, and I thought about it for a long time.
Yeah.
And like I want to get out. I'm a Scorpio, so I want like a scorpion tattoo on me. I thought that'd be really cool, but how do you like? Because you have some yourself, right?
Yeah.
When did you get your first tattoo?
When I was 19 and I moved to college and got my student loans, I got a tattoo like the next day.
That's what's up. How did you know what you wanted and where you wanted it?
At that time, and usually with like people's first tattoo, it's very meaningful and they think about it for a long time. So I had traveled Europe a little bit and I speak French, so I really wanted to get the Eiffel Tower. So that's what I got. And I brought in this design and I had like traced the Eiffel Tower out. And the guy was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna do my thing with it. And
did
I
you
was
get it
like,
in France?
No, I got it in Ontario. Yeah.
Wow, like close enough.
Yeah, French-speaking country. Yeah, but it turned out okay. I don't really like it anymore.
How good's your French?
It's pretty good.
Say something amazing right there in French.
I don't know. It's so hard to like.
You could say anything. I don't think of a word of French. So you could have said literally anything, and I would be like, that sounds great.
Okay. Je vais bien maintenant.
I agree. What does that mean?
On a beer right now.
Oh, okay.
Coffee's not doing it.
That's what's up. What would you say to someone who wants to get a tattoo just like on their face, like all over their face?
I would say no, probably.
Okay. Have you done one of those?
No, actually I haven't done a face tattoo. I've had people ask for them, but usually it's people that like don't have a lot of tattoos. They just want a face tattoo or a neck tattoo or a hand tattoo, and all of those are no. Like unless you're significantly covered, it's not happening. I'm not gonna be the one to ruin your life, so.
Oh yeah, because you can say no to that, right? If they ask you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah, and that's usually the general consensus with artists is that unless you have a lot of tattoos, it's not gonna happen.
Okay. When was it? Like, how big was your first tattoo?
I don't know. It's maybe like that big, but it's simple. There's not a lot going on.
So what is the process of getting one? Like, did you put like a stencil first, and then you just like go over it with like an ink pen, or like what is that?
Yeah, you're pretty much tracing it. And with that one, it was just line, so it's easy. But when you're doing a bigger one, you have just the line work, and then you fill it in. Otherwise, that's where the art part comes in.
Okay. So what would you tell someone like me who like I want a tattoo and like I know what I want, I don't know where I want it. Like I don't know if I want it like on my arms, like on my back, or like anything like that.
For your first tattoo, you mean?
First one, yes.
I would recommend staying away from your torso for your first tattoo, unless it's like your back shoulders, not too bad. But like I would stay away from the ribs, stomach, chest, just because it hurts more.
Okay.
And it's harder to stay still because it's hurting, and if you don't know what to expect, and you're like moving around, then it's hard for the artist to do the job well.
Okay, that's good. That's good advice to know.
Arms and legs.
Okay, they hurt less.
It's more bearable. Like you can withstand it more, and you're usually in a comfortable position, so it's easier.
Okay, that's what's up. Is it a myth or is it true that like once you get your first tattoo, it becomes like addicting to get more?
It's pretty much always true.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think because that first one is such a big deal, and when you realize that like it's not that big of a deal, you're just able to like get more, and you think of more ideas. And
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so like when I'm asking these questions, I don't have a tattoo. I don't know anything about it. Like this is just for pure curiosity, not because I know the answer. I'm trying to like trick you or anything.
You're not gonna call me tomorrow and try to book one though.
That's what's gonna happen.
You know what?
Like,
I think I want one now.
that's what's gonna happen. Because you're like, I'm gonna like put a link to her Instagram and all that stuff because it's like, it's really cool. What's the worst one you've ever done?
Like the worst job I've ever done on a tattoo, or like the stupidest tattoo?
Let's go with both. What's the worst job you've ever done?
I don't know, probably a lot from a few years ago, like when I was new at it. I was like taking on a lot of big projects that I probably wasn't ready to take on, so.
Well, how do you know what you're ready to take on, like if you're new at it? Did no one tell you that stuff was a bad idea in the beginning? It was just like, go for it?
No, not really, yeah.
Oh crap,
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
Yeah, usually when you have like an apprenticeship, they'll really like take you along the way, like all the little steps or whatever,
right.
And not let you do big projects, but I was kind of just like allowed
just, like,
to do
go
whatever.
for it.
Yeah, so not the best way to do it.
What was the stupidest tattoo you've done? Like the weirdest design, just like has someone walked in and actually like an alligator on like their ass or something?
I mean, I did not on an ass, just
okay.
An alligator on an arm.
That's not as like ridiculous.
No.
That's like okay. Like,
I don't know. I knew you were gonna ask that question because people always ask that question,
Yeah.
so I was thinking about it. And I haven't really like done anything super ridiculous.
Bizarre?
No, not really. I haven't had that one yet. Like somebody walk in and want something crazy like that.
I'm gonna be the first person to do that.
Okay, for your first tattoo.
Yeah, I know. Just watch that happen. Like, don't watch that happen, but do people actually do that? They just like walk in and just like, hey, so I want a tattoo, like just on my ass, straight up.
Yeah.
They do that? Like,
Yeah.
Wouldn't that hurt? Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, at my shop it's appointments only, so we don't really get like the drunk people walking off the street. But at shops like that where it's all walk-ins, yeah.
They have those?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's like shops that are basically just like mostly walk-ins, and you'll have like a bar next door, and people will come in all the time and they'll be wasted and they'll want to get a tattoo. You hear those stories all the time, right?
Yeah,
it's a real thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a good idea, but.
So just. Oh, that just sounds horrible. Like they have walk-in like tattoo places. Oh dear God. I can only imagine what they would be asking for. Like, so have you ever done one where it's like, I want a picture of my girlfriend or something, or like my boyfriend?
I did it. Well, I did it one a long time ago, and it was at the old shop that I used to work at, and I was like finishing up a tattoo, and the owner, like this kid walked in and he wanted a tattoo, and he was young, but he must have been 18 because he signed for himself.
Okay.
But the owner like set it all up, and he got my stencil ready, and he was like, all right, you're good to go when you're finished this. So I like put the stencil on, and it was a name, and it was like it sounded like a last name to me, and so I'm like.
It wasn't Melise?
It wasn't Melise.
Okay.
No, that sounds like it could be a last name though. I don't know. It's one of those weird ones. But so I was like, halfway through the tattoo, and I said to the guy, I was like, so is this like your family name or something? And he's like, no, it's my girlfriend's name. And I was like, oh shit, your girlfriend's name? Does she know? He's like, no, it's a surprise for her birthday. And they had been together for 3 months, and like I said, the kid was like 18 years old. And I was like, oh man,
like a good story.
I definitely should not have done that.
Because yeah, like that's like what if you break up with that person? Then it's like.
Yeah, well, I mean, she probably saw it, and she was like, this is over.
I know, like that's like. That's one like a huge. I wouldn't get anyone's name if it was like my mom's name. That's different, right? But if it was like a relationship, what would happen like if you break up and the next person's like, who's Stephanie? They're like, ah.
I mean, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Right, but how do you explain that to someone? It's like, look, it was someone from back in the day, and they just now it's there forever. Like.
Yep. Or you get it covered, or you laser it off.
Isn't it like even if you laser it off, can't you still tell like there's like some outline like where you got it?
Yeah, it's not guaranteed it's gonna get rid of it. Like I have one that's being lasered off, and it's still there.
Does it hurt more to get the tattoo or get it lasered?
Get it lasered. It hurts a lot more.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, like way more.
See, like I wouldn't know. That's what.
Dude, get it right the first time.
What? Oh my gosh, that was too much pressure on it. Like I don't want. Oh no, that's.
I think as long as you do your research and you know your artist is good and their work is good, you're gonna be fine.
That's good. Well, so I feel like it would hurt less. I feel like it would. Like, is it hot though?
It's warm.
It's steaming. Okay, that's not a good sign. What would you tell someone who like wants a like? Because if you walk in with and you're like drunk, like how do you expect that? Like, how do they the reason I'm asking this question is like, what if you just, because like when you drink alcohol, right? Like your blood flow is like off. Like,
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had like if you're giving someone a tattoo, like their like blood just like splatters? Because if they're on like I don't know like painkiller or something, does that mean like their blood thinner is like
Right,
affected at all?
yeah, definitely. Like certain medications will affect it. So when they fill out the paperwork at the beginning, they're supposed to say that. And then if they are on some sort of blood thinner, like, and the usually I would say you need to talk to your doctor first. But you don't want to tattoo somebody on that. Yeah, yeah. If somebody came in and they were wasted too, like I wouldn't tattoo them either.
So you're responsible about it?
Yeah, I'm responsible. Just very responsible.
Found a good one. Have you ever given someone like a Chinese figure or something like that, and like, well, what if they walk in, they're like, okay, I want the word for like courage or something, and then have you ever heard of anyone just giving them like something completely different?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. A brother and a sister came in, and I tattooed one of them, and then the guy beside me tattooed the other one, and I did the one first, and it was like the symbol for family, and then the other guy went to the back to make a stencil for like the sister or whatever, and he comes back and he was like, all right, I looked at like a whole bunch of different sites, and this doesn't mean family, it means tempura. And I had like already done the tattoo, and I can't read kanji.
You tell him that?
Yeah, that's like he came back and like told the sister that, and
that they got wrong some tattoos. That's
yeah,
what's up.
but she was like, that's fine. I want it anyway. It doesn't mean tempura.
What? How do they know what it means? Like
Customers always right.
No, the customers.
I don't know. I can't read kanji, so.
How many people can? Like, is that? I mean, people who actually get that tattoo, I feel like majority of them don't actually know what that means.
Right. I would imagine not. And there's like all differences, right? Like if you change like one little thing on it, it changes the whole meaning to it. I don't know. People don't really get those too much anymore, though.
Oh, they don't?
No, it's like phasing out.
Okay, is that a good thing? Well, what's phasing in right now as like a tattoo artist? Or is there even like a? I guess.
Yeah, there's like trends every year.
Okay.
People are getting like way more open to cool stuff now, though. Like the fact that like tattooing is more popular, it's actually a good thing. Last year was the year of like black work, or like 2017, where it's just black, lots of little lines and dots. Last year there was a lot of wildflowers.
Wildflowers?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know what it'll be this year.
Where did wildflowers, like why?
I don't know, they're pretty.
Okay, well I mean that's a good enough reason, but
yeah. They're pretty forever.
What? They're pretty forever. Actually, wait, now on that topic, what would happen to someone, like if I got a tattoo right now, like I'm 23, so what would happen like 40 years down the road? Like can you keep on going back and like getting it like redone?
You can, yeah. But like what happens with the ink is that it will disperse under the skin over time. That's inevitable no matter how good you take care of it. So we don't really know, I guess, at this point, because the tattoos we see that are that old already, that there's like new technology with ink now where it's like old, it's like stronger pigment. So it's hard to say, but you take good care of them and they last longer.
How do you take care of them?
Staying out of the sun is a really big thing. The sun can like really affect your tattoos. And then during the healing process, it's super important to make sure that you keep them clean and aftercare products.
So don't like jump in a hot tub after you get a tattoo?
Don't do that. Nope. Don't go in the lake.
Oh, yeah, I can like, oh gosh.
I don't know what's dirtier, a hot tub or a lake though.
I don't know, because the hot tub's gonna be like, it's like hot water on like a freshly done, like, I don't know what would be worse.
It would sting too, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I want one anymore, but I still kind of do.
Don't worry, you can take care of it. I'm sure you're capable.
I hope so. Like
just don't go in the hot tub.
That's what right. That's one of my biggest concerns is like I don't want to get like a tattoo of a scorpion, then 20 years later it becomes a lobster. Like this is what I'm worried about.
You know, you worry less over time. I mean, you really do.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. Like as you get older, you're just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like shit happens.
And the more you get, the less you care, really.
That's true for like a bunch of things though. It's like, because in the beginning I used to be like when we came to like drinking, I would like have one drink at a bar.
Not anymore.
We're well beyond those years.
But then it goes the other way as you get older and older. Then you're like, I can't drink that much because I'm gonna feel it for a week after.
It's phases, right?
Yeah.
You have a wildflower phase, and you're gonna go back.
Yeah, just like that.
What would you do for your, like, what if your friends want like a tattoo really badly, but like you knew that like they wouldn't, cause like what if, let's say we were like best friends, we kind of are,
We are.
But
yeah.
let's just say like I walked in and I was like, I want to tattoo my ex-girlfriend. Like, would you ever advise someone that's like, maybe that's not a good idea?
Yeah, definitely. And not just my friends, but anybody. Anybody that comes in and wants a tattoo that is a bad idea, they're gonna regret, or like someone young comes in and wants like something really conspicuous, like their neck or something. Like what we talked about before. Like, I will definitely let you know if it's not a good idea.
Wouldn't that hurt on your neck?
Yeah, it seems like it does, yeah. I don't have my neck tattooed, obviously.
Right, well, yeah. Where's the worst place to get a tattoo, like in your opinion?
Like the most painful place?
Yeah.
It really changes person to person and it's hard to say, but most people will say that like anywhere on your torso can be pretty painful, or like inner thighs, inner arms, anywhere where your skin doesn't get exposed often, it's gonna be more sensitive. But then you'll get the odd person that comes in and they're like, my ribs didn't hurt at all, so it varies, and there's a lot of like different factors to it too.
So like what's the youngest person has like walked in your store trying to get a tattoo? Like do you ever have like people come in that they're like 15, 16, like say they're 18?
Yeah, people try to, and legally you can't tattoo someone under 18 without parental consent. With parental consent, legally you can't tattoo them. We don't at our shop, but like
legally you can't?
You can with the parent.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an age with a parent.
That's what I was wondering. Like now, I've never thought about it, but like now I'm kind of curious. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if legally there is or not, but
because I can't imagine like some like 10-year-old walks in because like
yeah.
If you haven't had skin long enough yet. If you're 10, like wait a little bit.
You're probably not making the best decisions when you're 10 either. Like what
yeah, like if you're 10 and you want a tattoo, you're probably living a whole different life that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
And so part of the reason I brought it up was like one of my friends had a tattoo of I don't know what kind of fish it is. I don't know fish, but he has it like on his arm, like right there.
Yeah.
And he gained like a bunch of weight all throughout college, and like now that fish is kind of like it went from like a barracuda to just like a fat shark.
Oh, did it warp the tattoo?
Yeah, it
oh
did.
Really? Yeah, that sucks.
And I didn't. Yeah, I was like, how do you fix that? Just
cover
lose the
it.
weight? Or you cover it?
You cover it, because if you lose the weight, it's like a balloon, and then when it goes back, I don't know if a balloon does that, but it would be like wrinkly. Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Maybe, I don't know.
Is it? So I guess it's probably easier to cover it than like do the laser removal of tattoos.
Sometimes no. Sometimes people want stuff covered that it's like impossible to cover.
What's impossible to cover?
Just if it's too like dark. There's too much like dark area.
Oh, okay.
And scarred sometimes. It can be hard to cover the scars too. I don't do a lot of cover.
All right. Okay. What would you recommend for someone like? So I don't know if they can tell, but like my skin tone is a lot different than hers. A little bit like darker over here and a little over there. So for someone like me, if I got like do you know how to put proper shades on someone? Like if I got like red, it always look like different than if you got like a red tattoo.
Yeah.
So it's like how would you account for that? Like if I want something that was like really bright and colorful, like would it show up the same?
No, it wouldn't look the same. But there are colors that you can use on dark skin.
What shows up really good on like darker
skin?
Red. Oh, red? Actually,
yeah, red's a good one. Yeah. Obviously lighter colors like pastel colors aren't gonna work that good, and people will always ask like, well, why can't you just use white? Like, doesn't that work? But it doesn't work because like if you think about it, the ink sits like under the skin. What?
I don't see a lot of white tattoos.
That's because you can't see them.
Wait, what do you mean I can't see them?
Because they're just white.
Oh, okay.
They just look like scars.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, it doesn't really work because it sits under the skin. So like you're still looking, if your skin is dark, you're still looking through like the filter of your skin or whatever, so you wouldn't be able to see it.
Oh, it never shows up right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like
oh, that's really interesting.
Dark
okay.
on light. Yeah.
But if I get like something that, if I get like a black tattoo, that would show like really well,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So no white tattoos, can't?
No white tattoos, no.
Do you offer that? Like where you work?
Only white tattoos? No, yeah. I don't do them just because they don't last well and they end up, the white doesn't stay white. It kind of gets like a yellowish tinge and it just looks like a scar. So I don't want to give somebody something that I know is just not going to look good. So, I mean, people do them and you can physically do it, but
it just doesn't look good?
No.
Okay, that's actually our time.
All right.
That's it. Thank you for coming out. You're awesome. Okay, so her Instagram, all that stuff is going to be below because like, that's like, hey, if I get a tattoo, I'm coming to you.
All right.
So thank you for that. All right, thanks for watching. Stay fresh, stay gold.